Student loans and buying a house. Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me. My name is Jeff Trevarthen. I am Jeff the Mortgage Pro. I really do appreciate you watching all of my videos here. If you could do me a huge favor and click that subscribe button. I usually try to put out 2 to 3 videos a week. And if you're in the market for a mortgage, these videos could help you out at some point. And if you could also do me a huge favor and click the like button down below if you're watching the video. This helps the algorithm and helps me get my videos out to more people and helps me to become what I hope to be is the #1 loan officer on YouTube. I've got a long ways to go, but you can help me out with that, okay? Thanks so much for helping me here. Let's jump right into it today. We're gonna be talking about student loans and home buyers. And I get this question all the time. Can you buy a home with student loans? And it blows me away because there is so much information out there online about how to do this and whether you can or cannot, but people still have the question and maybe they just want to hear it from an expert loan officer like myself. So here it is. Can you buy a home when you have student loans? The answer is yes, absolutely you can. And it just comes down to a simple formula. And all it really is the debt to income ratio. That's usually one of the key metrics in qualifying for any mortgage is how much debt you have compared to how much income you bring in. So there's all sorts of different ways to calculate how much income you bring in. Mortgages are no different. We figure out all these different types of ways and we come up with a calculation on how to determine how much income you have. And then we also look at how much debt you have in terms of a principal, interest, mortgage, insurance and mortgage insurance payment and an HOA payment if that's part of your particular example, and any other debts, expenses you might have like credit cards or student loans or car loans. We factor all that stuff in and come up with a debt to income ratio. So it's super important to be able to come up with the right number when we do that. So all federal loans right now, back in 2020, were in deferment, according to the federal government. And as of the recording of this video in April of 2023, yes, they are still in deferment. Supposedly, they're going to we're going to figure out more about that in August of 2023. I don't know what's going to happen. They may kick the can down the road even further. Who knows what's going to happen when that comes about. But if you have a payment on your student loan, this counts against you as a liability. So some people don't have federal student loans. They may have private student loans where they're still making payments on those. And when we run a credit report, those will show up on there. And in terms of a student loan, if the monthly payment shows up on your credit report, then that's the number that we use in helping us to calculate your debt to income ratio. If your payment shows that it's in deferment, which it is, again, for most people, when you're doing a transaction with Fannie Mae, they want to use 1% of whatever the balance is on your student loan. That's different from some other aggregators out there like Freddie Mac and FHA. So we'll get into those here in just a second. But Fannie Mae uses 1% of the balance if it's showing in deferment on your credit report. So if it was a $10,000 student loan that you have on there, debt to income ratio would use $100 as your monthly payment on that $10,000 student loan. Now, as another example, if you were going to use Freddie Mac, and that's a different type of a program for a conforming loan, if we were to use Freddie Mac, we only have to use 0.5% in order to use that number for your debt to income ratio when we're calculating that number when we're doing a Freddie Mac loan. So if you have a $10,000 student loan payment, the monthly payment that we would have to use would be $50 if it's showing in deferment on your credit report as a zero payment on there. So that's pretty cool. And oftentimes when you have excess student loans or a lot of student loans, we'll tend to go towards the Freddie Mac route just because it's easier to qualify and we can actually qualify for more of a loan if we went that particular direction. And then the other types of loans, government loans for the most part use 0.5% also. When you're qualifying for a mortgage. So those may be other situations where if your student loans are in deferment, that we would use a smaller number like 0.5% instead of 1 full percent. in qualifying for a mortgage. So it depends on what type of loan you're looking for, what type of property you're looking for, to be able to determine which way we would want to go in helping you qualify for a loan with your student loans that are in deferment right now. So to answer your question of can you get a property and buy a house when you have student loans, again, the answer is absolutely yes, you can. You just need to talk to an expert like myself. Let's run the numbers. Let's go through your student loans and let's go through your debts and your income and determine how much of a mortgage you qualify for. Happy to help you out. If you click on my link down below, in the description, I'll show my Calendly link and we can get on the phone for 15 minutes and chat about you and your mortgage. Love to help you out. And again, my goal is to help become the #1 loan officer here on YouTube. Got a long ways to go, but you can help me out by doing that. And if you have any other questions, please let me know. Let me know what you think. Love to hear from you and your comments down below this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I will look forward to chatting with you again next time. Have a good one. Bye.